Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sports Blitz here, and we're back with another NFL mock draft. Guys, this is my first mock since Russell Wilson has been officially traded to the Seattle. I almost said to the Seattle Seahawks, to the Denver Broncos. I still think it's an absolutely crazy trade. I wasn't expecting him to be traded at all. So, yeah, Broncos have their franchise quarterback. Good for them. So the Seahawks will be picking ninth overall. The Washington Commanders also made a trade for Carson Wentz today. That did not involve a first round, first round pick though. So they will still be picking number 11th overall. So let's go ahead and get on into this. And yeah, starting with the Jags at number 1, I'm going with Evan Neal. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Number 2, you know what? We're gonna make this one fun. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Malik Willis. I've been saying from day one this is the best quarterback in the draft. You guys can even go back and check my last dozens of videos. I've been really high on Malik Willis for a while. He looked really good at the Senior Bowl. Looked really good. Looked really good at the Combine. He didn't really have much of an offensive line at Liberty. Now he's going to Detroit, where he does have an offensive line. I think he's a good fit there. So yeah, there we go. First quarterback off the board. Then at number 3, the Houston Texans are on the board, and they go ahead, in this case, go ahead and go with Aiden Hutchinson. That will be their J.J. Watt replacement long term. So then at number 4, the New York Jets are on the board, and I think we're going to go with Kayvon Thibodeau right here. Him and Jermaine Johnson, like I've said, are neck and neck for me, and I think they're both going to be amazing edge rushers in the NFL. I really do. I think Jermaine Johnson may have a little bit more of an upside if he really, really works out, but Kayvon Thibodeau is more of a safe prospect, so Jets get a really good edge rusher. Then at number 5, the New York Giants go ahead and get Ikem Ekwonu. Finally have a really good tackle tandem. Oh, that didn't go through. There we go. Finally have a really good tackle tandem with him and Andrew Thomas. Whoever's at quarterback there's rumors they want to sign Mitch Trubisky. We'll see if that ends up being true this free agency. But whoever's at quarterback will be more protected now. So then the Carolina Panthers are on the board. We're going to say not really on the board. We are going to make a trade. We are going to trade with the Houston Texans, and they are going to send the Panthers Deshaun Watson. So we're just going to have this late, the 7th round pick back here. We're just going to have that represent Deshaun Watson. Okay. So what we're going to do is the Panthers are going to offer this pick. Or actually, you know what? Because of this trade system, it's going to make me kind of change how the picking system or trading system is. So I'm going to first tell you what the Panthers are really going to send. So pick 6 here. Then next year's first. Probably the first year or the year after that's first, okay? So then we're also going to get next year's second, year after that second, and we're going to have this pick back here. We're going to have that represent I think they'll want a defensive player. I don't know if they really truly want Christian McCaffrey. So I think we'll go ahead and go with CJ Henderson. All these picks and CJ Henderson. So they have a solid corner in there. I think based off seeing, the Russell Wilson trade, I think 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and CJ Henderson will be enough for them. It may take a little bit more, so I know it's not going to be exact, but I think it's a pretty solid guess there. So what we've really got to do is, so that the Texans can pick here, the Panthers are going to offer this pick, and then just so we can get the trade to go through, we're gonna send these other picks. Again, it's not really gonna be this way. We're just doing this so the Texans can pick at 6 here. But yeah, they make the trade. Deshaun Watson becomes a Panther, and yeah, let's go. So here the Texans are on the board again, and they go ahead and select. I think this time we're going to go ahead and actually have them select Kyle Hamilton. Getting Aiden Hutchinson and Kyle Hamilton in the same draft is an absolute win. Yeah, I think that's an awesome draft for the Texans. All right, so the Giants are back on the board at number 7, and this time we're going to have them take Jermaine Johnson. Really, really good edge rusher out of Florida State. You guys know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, that I'm really high on Jermaine Johnson. I really think he has an incredibly high upside. So they get a really good pass rusher. Then the Falcons are on the board. They go ahead and go with Sauce Gardner from Cincinnati, best corner in the draft. Derek Stingley's still really up there. I still think he's going to be a really good corner in the NFL. But I do hear that teams are concerned about his injury history and just him struggling to stay on the field, the last couple years. So that's kind of been the main concern with him. But here at number 9, the Seattle Seahawks are on the board. And you know what? I think they're a little bit worried because Malik Willis is off the board. I'm not sure if they are real high on any of the other quarterbacks in this draft. I mean, maybe Kenny Pickett, maybe Sam Howell. I don't know. I think what they'll end up doing is just building up that offensive line and drafting a quarterback next year. So with the 9th overall pick, they take Charles Cross. Then at 10, the Jets go ahead and select Treylon Burks. I've seen people saying he didn't really have a very good combine performance. Yeah, it wasn't quite what we were expecting, but I still think he's going to be an incredible receiver. I really don't think it was enough for him to deserve, falling down the board, by much, if any at all. So then the Washington Commanders are on the board, and I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go with Derek Stingley. Go ahead and help their secondary. Their secondary was really bad this last year. Their corners were really underwhelming. So the Vikings are on the board, and they're a little upset that both corners are off the board. So what they go ahead and do instead is, honestly, this is kind of a good trade back spot. I think what we'll do, which I don't know how realistic it is, to be honest, but I think what we're going to do is have the Steelers trade up. Steelers and Vikings here. They offer their 20th pick for that, and they toss in a 3rd. I think they'll also want to probably toss in the 7th. I don't know if a 3rd is quite enough, but yeah, they'll basically offer to swap picks, and then Steelers send this year's 3rd and 7th to trade spots in the draft. Vikings accepted it, so we're good there. So the Steelers are on the board at 12. They go ahead and select Trevor Penning. I think he's exactly what they're looking for that offensive line. I hear Mike Tomlin is actually... So I hear they're not really interested in Deshaun Watson, and I hear that they're actually both interested to see how Mason Rudolph can do, as well as They're actually pretty interested in Mitch Trubisky. So if that's the case, they're really going to try anything they can to protect them. And I think Trevor Penning is exactly what they want for that offensive line. He's a mean tackle, can really push guys back. I think that's what the Steelers would really want there. So then at 13, the Browns are on the board, and I'm going to go ahead and give them Garrett Wilson. I think he's just a really good fit there for the Browns. 14, I'm going to go ahead and go with Trayvon Walker. Really, the dude can play inside or outside, and can be really good at either spot. Basically, the Ravens really want to get younger on the defensive line. Pair him up with Jason Owe, Odafe Owe, and I think their D line will be a lot better. Eagles, we're gonna go ahead and go with Devin Lloyd here. Then with their next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and actually go Tyler Linderbaum. I think they would love to, get some interior offensive line help. Then the Chargers are on the board. They actually re-signed Mike Williams to a 3-year, $60 million deal, so they're not super worried about receiver. So I'm going to go ahead and instead take David Ajabo from Michigan here. Then the Saints are on the board. I still think they should re-sign Jameis Winston, so we're going to have them take Jameson Williams. All right, so the Eagles are back on the board. I think this time we're going to go ahead and go with Andrew Booth. He's my number 3 corner in the draft. I've said before, I have 7 corners I have a first round grade on, but also 7 corners going in the first round is kind of unheard of. So we'll see how many there ends up actually being. But after the trade back, I think the Vikings are going to go ahead and select Trent McDuffie. I don't know. There's a lot of corner needy teams, so we'll see what happens. But here, the Patriots are going to go ahead and take Nakobe Dean. I know Bill Belichick really likes his linebackers. They did also release Kyle Van Noy, so that's something to definitely look for. For the Raiders, I'm going to go ahead and give them Jordan Davis. He absolutely blew up the combine. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes earlier than this, to be honest. For the Cardinals, I'm going to go ahead and have them take Khair Elam. I really like this dude. He also had a really good combine. Still not being talked about enough. I think he's an absolute beast. I think he's going to be a really successful corner in the NFL. 24, the Cowboys are on the board. I'm going to go ahead and give them Zion Johnson. I think the combine honestly rose him enough that it put him a little bit above Kenyon Green for me. But Kenyon Green is still a really good prospect, so I think we're going to go ahead and go with Kenyon Green and see. I mean, you could argue maybe taking Devontae Wyatt. I really like Devontae Wyatt. But they really, really need to be able to run the ball, and right now they can't do that. So Kenyon Green will really be able to help them with that. The Titans are now on the board, and I think here's where we're going to go ahead and take... I think we're going to go ahead and take Devontae Wyatt right here. I think he's best player available. Bucks are on the board, and I'm going to go ahead and give them Drake London this time. Packers are now on the board. They re-signed Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure you guys all heard the news. I'm going to go ahead and give them Chris Olave now, really give them a really good deep threat. He's super fast, really good route runner. I think he's a good fit there. Then we'll have a run on wide receivers, have the Dolphins take Jahan Dotson. That kind of gets in the way of the Chiefs because they want to take him as well, but instead they're going to go with Daxton Hill. Sounds like Tyrann Mathieu might be leaving in free agency, so I think it makes sense there. 31, I think we're going to go ahead and have the Bengals take, where is he? Bernard Raymond. He had a really good combine performance, and I've been saying the dude has a ton of potential, and I think if he works out, I think he could be a franchise tackle. I know he's not going to instantly come in and be like a Pro Bowl level tackle. He'll take some time to develop, but when he does develop, he's going to be good. And then lastly, for the Lions, I'm going to go ahead and have them take Roger McCreary. Really give them a really talented corner to help out that defense. So let me know what you thought of this mock draft in the comments section below, guys. Again, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.